made he made it. Coach made it.
I'm not driving. My wife driving, but so if you
We
see
believe
some,
Hey,
you.
Paula.
No hands, no hands.
no hands. I'm driving. I would say, hey Paula.
Did you
Oh,
see?
you talking
Oh,
about the
well, you didn't
Celtics?
see it.
What's that?
No. We got to talk about the Lakers tonight, man.
Oh man, come on,
Hey man,
man.
we gotta tell you, man. Just hey man, just a quick.
Oh, because they won't be
All
here.
right, here we go. We here for another episode of Sports Talk Unfiltered, man. We gonna jump in it. We got a lot to talk about. We got the crew here, man. We gonna get into it. We got some basketball. We got a lot of football stuff. We're gonna talk about coming up. A lot of the trades and where people are going, what that means for other people. So we got a lot going on. So the first thing we're gonna talk about, we're gonna get this out of the way, man. They got a ban on the Lakers, talking to Lakers because they so trashy. So they got a little ban on that. So we're gonna get that. I'm sorry, Elliot. Elliot is a Lakers fan. So we're gonna get that out of the way right now. That triple double that LeBron had back in Cleveland, man. Let me ask y'all quick. How impressive was that at 37 years old? And if y'all want, you can make it quick and we can just keep going. If you make the statement quick, if not, we'll talk about it.
We can always talk
I don't
LeBron
want
as
to
long
talk
as we
about it.
gotta
Y'all
talk the
go ahead.
Lakers.
No, we can't.
The
We
most
just no, we
impressive
can't.
thing was him dunking on Kevin Love. He was like, "That's his boy," and they supposed to be friends. I'm like, with friends like that, who need enemies?
Who need enemies? He dunked on him too. Elliot, what you
What
got
it
to say,
is,
man? How
bro.
impressive was that?
Hey, it was very impressive, man at his age, but I mean, the man spent $1 million on his body a year. So if we could just get the rest of the team to buy in to some of this greatness, boy, we
He
might
need
not
to spend something
might
on
make the
Anthony
playoffs.
Davis body.
I
Yeah,
know, right?
Anthony Davis is a problem.
Somebody do. We need a 4-leaf clover or something.
Hey, hey Bishop, I'm gonna come back in because I'm freezing up and going out freezing
All
up.
right, go ahead. Go ahead. You don't want to talk
No,
about this, no way. Go on out and come
I
back
sure
in.
don't.
No, but the thing that was impressive to me is they lined up, and I understand health and nutrition is different nowadays, but they lined up what Jordan was at this time in this, year 19 or whatever it was, compared to what LeBron is doing. And when Jordan was there, yeah, he was still playing, but he was 20 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists kind of guy. Whereas in what LeBron is doing now at this age, being able to defy, father time at this point, because he's playing just as well as he did 10 years ago. And to me, that's the most impressive thing about LeBron James.
Well, is he playing as good as he did 10 years ago, or is he just scoring like he did 10 years
I
ago?
mean, triple double,
A
triple
little bit
double.
of both.
He now I would say this:
Because on
he
the
take off
defensive
on
end,
defense more now than he used to.
right?
Yeah. No, you're
Yeah, a
right.
little bit of
On the
both.
defensive end, he take off. He was like, "I'm gonna save my energy. I'm gonna do
Yep.
full James Harden. I'm gonna take off on defense and then go down and score."
Gotcha. All right.
You
Well,
know, ain't
well, well.
nobody
Let's
else
look at
can
this
do
real
that.
quick. Tell me how impressive this was, real quick. Man, that's up there, man, for 37.
Put it up. We don't see it. I don't see
He,
LeBron.
yeah, he enjoying it all to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
And
All
he
right,
got
fellas.
a good line.
We end on that. This is what I want to talk about. Look, man, the Browns made a blockbuster trade this past week. They traded for Deshaun Watson, and the Browns got Deshaun Watson. My question to you guys is, does the Watson trade make the Browns an instant contender?
Yes.
Who said that?
Tony said
Yes.
that.
I said it. Yes. In a word, yes. Just think, the last time this man played football, he was the only person to end the season with over 300 yards passing per game, over 70% completion percentage, and less than 10 interceptions. And they were losing because he was on a bum team. You put him out there with Amari Cooper, you let them get any other players. Now they have that running game that they can depend on. They have a good offensive line, so he ain't got to run around like he's crazy. Instant contender. Instant contender. I still don't pick him to win it, but instant contender.
Elliot.
The same chance I would have gave Baker Mayfield, man. I don't.
Oh, my God.
Don't
You know
get
what?
me wrong. Yeah.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, man. I mean, come on. But do you remember what Cleveland was at before Baker Mayfield 3 years ago? They were wearing brown paper bags, and so now we're gonna forget everything this man did.
Evidently, the Browns did.
Hold on.
The Browns got him in the building, and they don't care.
Listen, let me share this with you, man, because you one of them people who one of these people who got this fool's gold thinking that Baker Mayfield is what turned the team around. Years before Baker Mayfield got there, they literally traded every player they had. They had more draft capital than anybody. And what they started doing was they started drafting good players. They took 3 years off, and they were drafting good players. And Baker Mayfield, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if they hadn't have gotten rid of the coach that was there, Hugh Jackson, I believe he could have done. But I do believe Stefanski is a really good coach. They have a roster, they have a squad, and then when they were to pick up Kareem Hunt because of his little off the field incident, and they were able to basically get him for pennies, dude, they are deep. We already showed that it wasn't Odell Beckham's fault. This, if nothing else, is addition by subtraction. They would have automatically been better just by getting rid of Baker Mayfield. But on top of that, they add an all-pro player. And I'm telling you right now, I defy anybody to tell me that Deshaun Watson is not top 5, if not top 3 quarterback in the league. And so you put that on any team.
Elliot, did you frown at that, Elliot?
Top 5? Top 3?
Are you serious, Elliot? I just told you what he was doing.
Cleveland is in the AFC, right?
Hey, man, hold on. That dude put up these numbers after they traded his number 1 wide receiver away. He was throwing to me, you, and Howard, and he was still throwing for 300 yards a game. And he's an incredible athlete. Dude, man, come on, man. He's gonna upgrade this team exponentially. Now, if they can't keep their defense together, that's what may keep them from being a contender. But
so
come on, man. His light years are better than Baker.
If you notice what I said about the same. Now, they not going to the Super Bowl.
Yes, but last year they didn't go to the playoffs. Last year they were watching all the playoffs.
Let me go. We come back to you, Elliot, with this. Let me go to Howard. Howard, I know you're having some technical difficulties over there, but are you able to follow the conversation?
He in Boston.
Yeah, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Hold on, wait. That might be me. Howard, you there? Oh, okay. Now that ain't me. That's still. Hold on. That's still you. Let's see if we can get Howard to figure out. Now that's something here. Howard had done something wrong somewhere down the line. Hold on. Let's see if we can get Howard back in here. he done left.
That avatar is funny.
Yeah, it is. That's kind of something. It represents what he be thinking sometimes. Hey, so look, back to Cleveland.
Back to Cleveland. Good player. I'm not saying he's not a great player, but I just don't think nothing changes other than how the offense operates. I just don't think it make them any better. It's just the same. We just gonna get an entertaining offense from Cleveland, but they don't put them to the.
Hold on, did you say now you gonna get an entertaining offense? What did you have before?
You had a vanilla Baker Mayfield, but
but you just finished saying that it ain't no different.
No change. You're just changing out a different type of offense, different type of production.
Man, it's hard for me to believe you saying. Well, let me ask you a question. Since we on this, so you think Baker Mayfield is just as good as a quarterback as Deshaun Watson?
Yeah.
I think you the antagonist of the show. You just saying stuff to make us get upset.
He make up for the Lakers.
Okay, is that what that is?
I'm gonna remind y'all about this.
Hey, look.
You really? Let me ask you a question. Then.
500 after the first half of the season.
I don't care if they 300. That still don't mean he ain't no better quarterback than Baker Mayfield.
And obviously, the rest of the league agrees because Deshaun Watson went for 3 first-round picks, even have to have legal troubles and may have to be suspended for 6 games. They can't find somebody to take Baker Mayfield. In fact, Texas said, no, we don't want Baker Mayfield in a trade. You got to keep him. I told
right. I mean, look, when have you ever seen someone trade give away their quarterback and don't take a quarterback back, especially the level of quarterback you say Baker Mayfield is? Why wouldn't they swap and then take some picks on top of Baker?
The Colts traded for almost 40-year-old Matt Ryan.
What'd you say, Elliot?
They just got a different plan. It didn't include
right. Why wouldn't it include a quarterback just as good as Deshaun? Why wouldn't the plan include getting a quarterback just as good as Deshaun Watson? Hey, I see. Hold on. Let me see if I don't. Y'all see him now?
No, this is Avatar.
All right, let's work on the fly and see if we can figure out. I don't know what's going on with
but while you doing that, let me just remind Elliot that if he's such a great quarterback, they trade your Commanders traded for Carson Wentz. They could have had Baker. The Atlanta Falcons just gave up their quarterback because the Colts didn't want Baker. They wanted an almost 40-year-old quarterback, Matt Ryan. Oh, and yeah, the team that gave up almost 40-year-old Matt Ryan went and signed Marcus Mariota because they didn't want Baker. Don't nobody want Baker. Nobody wants Baker.
Nobody want Baker. Howard, we talking about we got you. We talking about Deshaun Watson. Was that trade make them an instant contender?
100%. 110%. Yes. Come on, man. You got a quarterback. Look at the difference. Baker Mayfield and Deshaun Watson. Baker Mayfield couldn't take. He took the team to the playoffs 1 year, but he couldn't take. He turned the program around. If he was in Houston, he wouldn't be able to do that. He'd probably be out in the league, which looks like he's only out in the league. If you really think about it, his last chance was to go to Indianapolis. They picked up a 40-year-old quarterback, and didn't want Baker Mayfield. So that's got to be telling you something, E. You know, I like Baker, man. I like his commercials and all that. I like his commercials.
How now? I got that. Howard, now I got to call something on this now. Hold on now. And don't get me wrong, I appreciate you saying what you said. I appreciate you, Howard, saying what you're saying and you coming around. But wasn't it
Can't
you?
stop, man.
Wasn't it you that was really a Baker fan like a month ago? Didn't me and Tony? No, now
like
you
Baker
saying you
Mayfield.
like his commercials. Now you saying you like his commercials, and you kind of taking shots at him. But I'm trying to say, well, I mean,
Well, you can't compare him to no Deshaun Watson, man. Come
okay,
on, please, really?
all right, I agree with you.
can't
I'm
do
with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. All right,
That's crazy.
I'm glad.
I'm not that crazy, Bishop. I'm not
Okay.
that crazy.
That's what I said, though. I said
I'm not Elliot.
You say what, Elliot?
They play two different quarterbacks, play two different styles, so we can get a different type of offense. Same production.
Elliot,
Make the
stop.
playoffs, go to
Elliot.
the first round.
Oh.
Maybe make the playoffs and get the first round, but they're not even gonna win.
But they didn't make
Baker
Bishop, you
Mayfield.
you got to mute Elliot, Bishop, until it's the time to talk for another period of something.
You know, you might
On
have
this one, I
Elliot.
don't know what Elliot do.
All right, well,
Since
since we doing that, let me get you back out. Since we doing that,
again.
no, you're not. You did. I got you. No, you did, Howard. There you go. Since we doing that, what does this mean for Baker Mayfield? Where he gonna play next year?
At the Y.
As backup quarterback. I mean, it's just that simple. He's gonna be their backup quarterback.
No, he's not gonna play for the Browns. No, he's not gonna play. He's not gonna be in Cleveland.
They're not trade. They already said they're not gonna trade him. He's gonna be their backup
Who's not
quarterback.
gonna? No, he's not gonna. No, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Baker Mayfield not playing for them next year. No, sir. He can't do it. The locker room ain't go. No, sir. Deshaun Watson, he gonna be.
You know what they tell me? Expecting an injury.
No, they know he gonna get suspended. That's what that is. But
No, but they're not gonna keep him. So here's what they're gonna do. They can't trade him. They have to eat that $18 million. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna hope that Baker Mayfield holds out, right? Because they can't just give him away, right?
Baker
So
Mayfield
he's
too
gonna
spiteful
hold
for
out.
that though.
Oh no, he's gonna hold out. He's gonna hold out. He's gonna. There's no. He already said he's not doing off-season programs.
He
He's
did.
not. He's not coming to any of the OTAs, and he's not. He may not even come to training camp. And this was before the Deshaun Watson trade.
But he rehabbing, so I wouldn't expect him to be there anyway.
No, he got to come. Yeah, he got. I mean, if he want that money, he ain't got to come.
Yeah, exactly. So I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna let him go ahead, and they get to find him every day that he's not there.
And look, man, when the Browns say they not gonna trade him, it is not because they won't trade him. Because if the right deal come, they first of all, one Baker, their number one pick.
The number one pick.
Yeah.
It was the biggest, but that was Dorsey's pick before this new regime came and took over. That was his last move, and then he was gone. Yeah, because I knew
because a number one pick, man, they can't get much for Baker. They can't get much for Baker.
Let me ask you this right now: out of who would you rather have right now? Carson Wentz, Jared Goff, or Baker Mayfield?
God knows. I wouldn't want Baker Mayfield. I know I wouldn't, but I mean, I don't know how.
I would definitely rather have Jared Goff.
I mean, I'd rather have Trubisky than Baker Mayfield.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't even want the Steelers to go for him, even though he's a Steelers kind of player. But I would, man, Baker. I don't know how. I don't know. I feel like
and everybody talking about his injury. His injury, he got hurt trying to make a tackle after throwing an interception. So he was just bad all the way around. He threw the interception, then go try to make the tackle and got hurt and hurt his team more.
Yeah, man. You know. And look, man, and they gave Deshaun Watson $230 million guaranteed.
Right.
Fully.
That's about the league. The league, and I'm gonna tell you, it's executives all over the league that's hot as fire.
Yeah, they hot.
And I'm telling you, and then people are mad because they pushed his all of his money for this year.
Yeah, all to the side. They looked out for him.
So he got $1 million salary this year.
So that if he gets suspended, it ain't a big hit to his pocket. Boy, his agent is a bad joker.
That's why.
They protected him, man.
That's why they was out on Wednesday And then on Thursday, it was like, yeah, I changed my mind.
Changed my mind
Whoa,
because
yeah.
ain't nobody giving him 230 million guaranteed.
Nah,
But
man, you'd be surprised. I think that's about to be so, and everybody's
they
getting
gave
mad at
Aaron
Mayfield.
Rodgers all his guaranteed.
No, so
$50
it
million
is
man.
it it is, but it's not. So his contract is actually over 5 years instead of just the three. So they did that so that they can spread the money out over those 4 years at the end. But essentially, it's
It's still
150
guaranteed
million.
though, right? He still get
Correct.
it all.
Correct. And so everybody was like, why you going to give Deshaun Watson this? I'm like, man, because the dude 26, 27 years. Aaron Rodgers is 40 years old, man. You don't get no 40-year-old man, no 6-year contract. What is wrong with people
Yeah.
crazy?
And
And
he's
then,
not a Tom Brady.
What'd you say?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is good, but he ain't Tom Brady.
oh my God, just go
Well,
to
that
sleep.
man
Can we
got
move
like
on, man?
7
Because
Super
Yeah,
Bowl
we
rings.
going on. Let's talk about
he,
let's
he,
talk about.
he's not Tom Brady, but Elliot, you smoking something, man.
Yeah, he's
Go
What
doing
is
to
it?
something.
sleep.
Oh, how am I?
That's why
My
you just
bad.
went on, Howard, talking that trash. You just went out.
That's me out. That's funny. You when you came out, that's funny. All right, y'all. Look, Matt
Get you,
Ryan. Matt Ryan got traded to the Colts. I think that's a good move for the Colts. Do y'all think? How does that help the Colts out? Get Matt Ryan.
I think Matt
I
Ryan
would
is a
say,
very. Go ahead, Howard.
I just think I don't know, man. He old. He old too. He old. I don't know, man. I don't think he'll make the mistakes that your boy made, that Carson Wentz made. I just think he's more under control with throwing the interceptions. That's gonna be best suit for me. But I just believe, man. He ain't young. He old. He ain't young. He old. So I don't know. Maybe this will rejuvenate his career too. Who knows, man? He's got a defense. So all he got to do is go out and try to win games.
And he got a
He's got a
line and a
decent. He's
running
got a
game.
yeah. So all he got to do is don't lose games.
I think he's an
Elliot,
upgrade over the Washington Commanders quarterback. And I honestly think that Matt Ryan is a very underrated and underappreciated player. Um, he has his career. He's done a lot in his career. Atlanta has never been considered to be, one of the top offensive lines in the game. But him not being athletic, he can still move around in the pocket, make plays. He get the ball to Julio Jones, but he also made some other wide receivers, have careers. You know what I mean? And so I give him all the credit in the world. I think he will be an upgrade. I just don't think it's enough because they need explosive receivers if they want to keep up with all that's going on in the AFC West and then what Buffalo is doing and then what the Bengals are doing, and now what Cleveland is doing. I think it's too many explosive offensive teams that just a conservative I don't turn the ball over. No, you're gonna have to make some plays because games nobody's winning 17-13 no more. Not in the AFC.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
you had to
agree.
put some points on the board.
I agree. All right, look, man. We got to talk about them Celtics. We got to talk about these Celtics, man. Look, are the Celtics, man, putting the East, everybody in the East on notice that they here and they here to stay? Go, anybody.
I wouldn't say. I mean, yeah, they putting the East on notice. They're doing that. I'm impressed with them playing on the defensive end. But how long can Tatum keep up what he's doing on the offensive end? And who's gonna help him? How long can that last, Howard?
Yeah,
have you been watching their games?
they're actually playing team ball now. They
Thank you,
don't
Tony.
depend on Marcus Smart to make shots because like Marcus Smart making shots is a bonus now as opposed to before they were depending on him to be that clutch three. They're moving the ball. My only concern with them is I think they're a little thin in the backcourt. With because they got Pritchard coming off the bench. They got White, but they're kind of thin. But for the most part, they're playing the best basketball in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
And it started off, they got right beating up on bad teams, and now they turn it around beating up on good teams. So
Yeah.
they are putting the league on notice. I will definitely respect what they're doing. um I think they on their way. I mean, they put a couple more wins together. They might even surpass the teams in the East right now that I have ahead of them.
How
Here we go. Listen, man. Y'all know I talk about my boys when they're good. I talk about them when they're bad. They were trash at the beginning of the year. Period. They were pure T trash. Till Marcus Smart opened up his mouth and called the leaders out, the two scorers out. Since that time, Emi Udoka has talked to each and everybody, maybe two or three stars on their team. I get all of that. But man, when you share the basketball, like the Golden State Warriors, that's how they play. Even I got to give it to the Milwaukee Bucks play that way. It's Memphis Grizzlies play that way. You got to share the basketball, man. You're gonna get your shots. You're gonna if you the men who the fellas of the team. If you the star of the team, you're gonna get your shots. But you got to share the basketball. That makes you more potent. But are they one of the teams in the East? They're one game out of second place behind Philly and Milwaukee. They got to play Milwaukee again. I think we're done with Philly. I think we even up the series with them 4-4. And they're two games out of first place. What I don't want to see is, I'm just, like I told y'all before, the only team that scares me the most is the Brooklyn Nets. It's just that simple. They scare me,
That's what
even though
you
I don't
should
think Ben
want.
Simmons is going to play this year.
No, you should
I don't
wear
think
right.
Ben
That's
Simmons
what
is going
you
to play
should
this year.
want. Ben ain't gonna play, and Kyrie can only play on the road.
But that ain't, do you know who knows what that mandate going to be before the playoffs start, Tony? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
You
they
know what
say
I'm
it's
saying?
indefinite.
And
They seem like to me the guy trying to make a stand.
Yeah,
You
and you
know,
know what? It does sound like that now. Now it sounds like he being petty.
it sounds like he being petty because he don't want to seem like he caved to Kyrie. But I mean, I don't know. Let me ask you this about them Celtics. I have a thought about who is able to win an NBA championship and who is not. My thought is this: you at least gotta have one superstar on your team. You gotta have at least one superstar, and then you almost now got to have a and a 1A and a 1B to win a championship in the NBA. The only exception to that rule, I believe, was when Detroit won it over Shaq and them. Outside of that, if my memory serves me, there at least one superstar and another guy on the team that's almost or a superstar. And I just don't know if the Celtics have two superstars that can win it. But I
you
will
just said
say,
almost. You just said almost. Jalen Brown is in that ecular. I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
yeah, but I don't know
He's
if
there.
Jason Tatum is there. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you done lost.
I think
Listen, you
Jason.
gotta stop.
Listen, I mean, he could be. I could be wrong. I admit. I think he's inching. I think he's inching. He might be getting ready to tap into the All-Star level. It might be next year, or he could do it in the playoffs. If he go in the playoffs and he show who he is, then he would be the 1A. I don't know if Jaylen Brown is almost. He is a third tier level player to me. What you gonna say, Tom?
I think Jaylen Brown has the skill set. I don't think he has the mentality. Um, and one thing I can say that Emi Udoka has done is there were times where those guys were on the court pouting. You know what I mean? Those guys were on the court petty, kind of like my guys were today. Um, and you know what I'm saying? And they worked through that. You know what I mean? They're starting to play better team ball, but it's very easy to buy in when things are going very, very well. And ever since they had that turnaround, things have been going well. I'm not saying they can't. I just wonder when adversity hits, will they be able to continue to play together.
It
The way
already
they're
hit,
doing.
Tony.
They
It
ain't really had
already
no.
hit. Are you
Who you
serious?
talking
At the
about? You
beginning
talking
of the
about? I'm
year, they
talking
didn't have
about.
no
No,
adversity.
no, 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 no. I'm saying since they
What you
got it
talking about
right.
then?
He talking about that playoff
I'm
adversity.
I'm talking no. I'm talking about
That's a whole
so
different
they
season.
made the switch. Ever since they made the switch, they have been one of the best teams in the NBA. Ever since they went through and made these changes. So things are going well right now. So basically Ime Udoka walks in and say, "Hey, do it my way and everything will work out for everybody." So they start doing it his way, everything is working out for everybody. My question is, how do they react? Because they're still fairly young as a team. How do they
Of
react
course.
but what I'm saying is, how do they react when he's saying doing it my way and it's not working? Do they revert and try to do it their way, or do they stick with the program to try to see? I'm not saying they can't. I'm saying it's one of the things that I want to know. It's the same question I have against Memphis. The same question that I have, like these, younger teams. Like when real adversity hits, will they be able to continue to do the same things that they did to make them successful?
But what I'm saying is, because you confusing me now. You really confusing me. At the beginning of the season is
How
when
they're two different
adversity
teams.
hit with.
No, Howard, they're two different teams. There was
Oh,
the beginning of the season team. They threw that team away. Now they are a new team that is playing together. They're doing it Ime Udoka's way, and they're now doing it, and it's working. You know what I'm saying? It's like what would the Bulls have been if Phil Jackson tried to put in this triangle, and then they start losing games? Would Mike say, "Forget this triangle. I'm gonna just go do what I do"? You know what I'm saying? Kind of, similar to what the word was that Kobe did at one time when he didn't like, they it wasn't winning going into Shaq. So I'm gonna take over. You know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering, and they got a chance to prove it. And how, dude, I don't understand why you getting upset. I didn't say they couldn't do it. I just said it's one of the things that
no,
I question.
I'm not getting upset about nothing, bro. I'm telling you, adversity hit from the beginning of the season. This is adversity hit from the coach to the players. So they changed that narrative, and they're playing like Emil Doka wants them to play now. So now you're saying they got to take another wave. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm
Make
not
me
saying they
understand.
have to. I'm not saying they have to take another wave, but I'm saying if another wave comes, how do they react to it? I'm not saying they have to take another wave. They could run through everybody, Howard. They could fo like
They
what I'm
might,
saying
they
Moses
might,
said.
they may and may.
They will not.
I don't think they're gonna be like that though. Fo.
But
Hey,
I'm
you
just
don't
saying.
know
That
what to
was
talk,
that
man.
was sarcasm, y'all. If you don't know,
No, I'm
you
just
need to put
saying
a
they
slash on yours.
could. But if they do it, I mean, but if
I heard that
they
bitch.
get down,
You
I'm
be
if they
saying
quiet.
get down,
Tony wasn't serious, y'all. He was being sarcastic.
go to sleep.
No more
So
to say.
look, the Celtics. Look, man, what do y'all think about my idea? What they got? You got to have two superstars that win a championship.
They
I
got him.
agree.
You just don't agree that they got him.
I
They
mean,
got
right?
two
I
superstars.
mean. Well, let me ask you a
You just
question.
don't
Do
think.
y'all think? Do y'all put this is? We already know what Howard think, but do you guys think Tatum and Brown are superstars? Well, 1A and 1B.
Isn't that Braun and Davis?
I honestly
Oh,
don't think
is
that.
it?
You need.
Do
What you just say? I bet
I
you
think
don't.
not
Can
Braun
you
and
mute
Davis.
him?
I mean,
No,
he
yeah,
said
no,
Can you
they're
just mute
better
him
than
though?
Bron and Davis because
because
they're
availability.
both. Yes, they're both on the court.
Okay.
Um,
But he's talking about if AD is when AD come back, they won't be Braun and AD, right? Y'all,
It don't even matter when AD come back, man. This season is over. Let's stop talking about the
okay,
Lakers
yeah, you're
well,
right, you're right,
undrafted.
here,
Come on, man.
here's what I'll
you're
say.
right, you're
Magic
right.
Johnson need to come back. Maybe that'll help. Magic
Here's
Johnson
what
needs to
I'll
come
say to
back.
your question. No, they need Shaq, Kareem, and Magic. But
I thought we were talking
here,
about ball.
here's what I'll say to your
You the
question.
one brought up them two names.
I think I honestly at this point with the way they're playing, they can't win without Tatum. I think they can still play good basketball and win without Brown
I agree
because
with
they're
that.
playing
I
because
agree
they're
with that.
playing
I
I
agree
agree
with
with
that.
that.
they're playing team like Brown has not
I'm gonna
established
rate.
himself
Oh, I'm gonna
as
raise my hand on y'all on that one because evidently y'all just ain't been watching my boys play.
no,
I don't watch
Howard,
them play
nobody's
every
saying that
game
he's
this
not
year.
good. I'm talking about the flow
Listen
of
to
their offense.
So you don't think they could
Tony.
win without Brown?
Tony, go look up their record when Brown went out. Won't you do that for me, okay? Get on your computer, man. Get on your phone. Tell one of y'all look up that and see the difference. That's all I got to tell you. It's hard to win without either one of them boys on the court.
All right,
When
all right,
one
let's
goes
go.
down, it's hard for them to win.
We'll see. We'll see. Real quick, let's get this. Do
I
y'all
watch
think?
them.
Do
I
y'all
watch
think? Y'all think the Nets done if Kyrie can't play home games?
Yep.
No.
They are done.
No.
Yep.
No. No.
KD can't do it.
And that boy showed it up. And that he just did it all night against
That's
West Ham.
that's one night.
Man,
That's one night. We talking about 7 games.
I don't care what.
That's one night.
You can say one night, 7 games. He was a toe from winning. He was a toe from doing what he was supposed to do last year. Without them two, and you don't say Harden was on the court, but he wasn't on the court.
What did you say? He was what?
He was. Who you talking to?
I'm talking to you. Did they go to the finals?
I said he was a toe from going to the finals.
All right. Well, they didn't go.
Finals. Yeah, but there was a toe from it. You can say all you want, they didn't go. But you said that he can't do it on his own. Yes, he can.
No, he can't do it. Not with this East.
Hey, Howard.
This East is hold on. So he can beat the Celtics by himself with the number one against the number one defense in the league.
It'll be
okay.
Tough, Bishop.
Okay, but then no, you just answered that question. That just destroyed your whole argument.
They done,
yeah,
and also
they done.
And just to add something to Howard's argument, the Celtics have played 14 games without Brown this year, and in those games they're 7-7. However, they've played 10 games without Marcus Smart, and in those games they're 3-7. So if you were to just look at that, one's a 500 record, one's a 300 record. Seems to me that the more important person other than Tatum
is Smart.
Marcus.
I never said that Tatum was the most important. I've always been a Marcus Smart man. He's the glue to that team.
No.
He is purely the glue to that team.
Right, and then of those 14 games that they played without Brown, 10 of them were before they made the White trade. So it is, and 6 of those were early season when they were losing all of those games. So my point is, they're playing better team.
They don't play well
now.
with either one of them on the court. One or the other off the court, they don't play real good basketball. Simple as that. Let's keep it going, Bish.
I can assess to that. But look, the Kyrie thing. Elliot, you think they done if Kyrie can't play home games?
They are done if Kyrie cannot play. KD cannot do it alone.
Yeah. He ain't played, but he played but 10 games this year. All right,
y'all can say what you want. It's tough to get a rhythm playing basketball, man. And you ain't playing no basketball.
Yeah, it don't seem like it's tough for him.
It don't seem like
it's tough for him.
It really don't. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. It don't.
He jumped right back in, and I like every time he played, it ain't no problem.
Yeah, he was over
20
games.
But he is well rested.
That dude hadn't played the whole year, and game 1 on the road, he just coming in, pulled his his church shoes off, slipped on some sneakers, and dropped 20. So
that dude tough, man. All right, man, let's go. We got to get into these segments. We ain't did them a couple weeks. We're going to start off with Howard Heroes. Let's get it.
Just coming off the screen on the right side.
Listen, man, that screen is little. This team here, all I got to say is this team here is crazy. It's crazy. St. Peter's, I'm a fan. Listen, you ain't got to say nothing. St. Peter's, I'm a fan.
Michigan, Tennessee.
Jawan Howard, welcome back, bro. Welcome back. Michigan is playing their best basketball of the year right now. Watch out for them. Props Michigan and Jawan Howard.
Oh, that ain't Golden State. Who is this? Who is your third one? Oh, the Hurricane, Miami Hurricanes.
Come on, man. You be playing, man.
Miami
We
Hurricanes.
can talk about Golden State lost again tonight.
Yeah, they lost again.
The Hurricanes, 11 seed. They can possibly win this daggone NCAA championship. Props to them boys. They are balling. They took out a team that I didn't think they could in Auburn. Props to them boys, man. Props.
All right, any discussions, you guys, on this? Howard's ones. He talked about St. Peter's, he talked about Michigan, and he talked about the Miami Hurricanes.
Hey man, them St. Peter's boys just some New York street ballers, bro. They say they ain't scared of nobody. I don't care who taller.
That's right.
I don't care none of that. Them boys balling.
They
I'm a
balling.
fan too, bro.
Playing ball.
They balling.
Hey man, big ups to your sales service, Tone. They was pretty good all the way from the gate to the house. You ain't stutter one time on that. Big ups to Bit Mobile. All right, we're gonna get with Elliot surprises where he gonna give us the 3 surprises of the week. Let's get into it.
Going to be an issue tonight.
Hey, man, if Tony can do it, I can do it. I'm predicting it right now. The NBA champions, the Phoenix Suns. Chris Paul is out chilling, getting some rest. When he come back with the backcourt and Booker, Paul, man, hey, these boys look, they're probably the deepest team we got right now playing ball.
The Celtics played last night in Denver. Took down
The Boston Celtics, now we'll admit, they're playing the best ball in the NBA right now. Offensively, they're looking good. Tatum keeping them on track, averaging like 39 points per game right now. And the defense is even more amazing. Who knows? They might make it past the first round of playoffs. Hey, you guys forgot to mention LeBron James.
I'm sick of this, man.
Hey,
I'm sick of this,
you gotta
man.
respect the king. Second all time now. Only ahead is your boy Kareem. Watch out, because the king is coming.
Oh my gracious!
That was a Laker-worthy topic. That was the only Laker-worthy topic. The fact that he went number 2 all-time in scoring, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
You said that's a big deal.
That's a big deal,
man.
All right, so he went number 2. That is a big deal. He number 2 all time, man.
I mean, if you really want to be real, Kobe didn't do it. Jordan didn't do it. You know, Shaq didn't do it. You know, Keem, none of those guys did it.
Bird didn't do it.
You know, Bird didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Dr. J didn't do it. So this is a
lot of them didn't do it. Elliot.
Well, ain't nobody do it, but 2.
Exactly. So it's a
Carl
big deal.
below, he passed Carr. So I mean, that's something, man. All right, guys, let's go. We got to get to Tony's top 5. Here we go, man. Let's get into it.
Well, Elliot,
ain't
sir,
number
I
1.
don't have Boston as number 1, but I will say this. I was doing my honorable mentions, and I would be remiss if I did not give honorable mention to the Celtics, who
We don't
were
want to hear that.
almost on their way up there.
out
But
to
I
the
will
Celtics.
say this. I'm going to start off with number 5. I can't really take away from Philly because I feel like they actually have a superstar. They have the league's MVP this year, who I believe is MVP. And if they get it together where they're playing ball, actually, I think they'll do better by putting more bench minutes with Harden, splitting him and Embiid, because Embiid keeps yielding to Harden too much. I think Embiid still.
He hurt again anyway. Don't worry about it.
Next, I have Miami. It's hard not to put them in there. They're leading the East. They're one of the top defenses in the East. They're starting to get healthy. They're getting their boys playing together. So I have them at number 4. Then I got the sneaky number 3. I got Memphis. I got Memphis coming up because those boys are
Boston beat
still
them too.
they'll
Go
lose
ahead.
players. They'll lose players, but they're putting it together. They're winning and they're playing top ball. And I got number 2. From what I've seen in Milwaukee, they feel to me like they turn it on when they need to. And I just have a feeling come playoff time, they're gonna show everybody. They're gonna come out there like Roy Jones. Y'all must have forgot, and they gonna do their thing. So I have them. I'm almost there to pick them to win the title or go a repeat. But I do feel as though it's going to be a rematch for the title right now. Considering Kyrie can't play, I have number 1 as being the Phoenix Suns. So they're playing even without Chris Paul. They're still doing their thing.
All right, I left a little bit of time on the clock so we can talk about this top 5. Because when I got the top 5, let's talk about this. First of all, do everybody agree with this top 5? First of all,
I agree.
Nope.
It's almost perfect.
Nope. You know I don't.
I got to go with Howard on this. Why is Philly still in the top 5?
Okay, so
They have lost a couple games.
Correct. They have lost a couple games, but the top 5 doesn't mean are you the high. We didn't say who the hottest teams are. If we said who the hottest teams, Boston would be number 1. You're asking me who are my top 5, meaning matter of fact, we just had this discussion about whether you think the Celtics can win a title.
We know your top 5.
Hold on. Because we're going to get on him now. Because you want to disagree. We want to disagree. You just said you don't think Boston can win a title. Do you think with Joel Embiid, Philly could win a title?
I don't.
No.
Oh,
not.
Okay.
I don't. Not above. Not above. Not. I'm saying a week ago when they was playing like they was playing, I would say put them there. But now they're not.
Hold a bit, Bishop. Look at who they were playing at the same time too.
That's true too. They was playing
Them
some
teams,
bums.
them teams.
Oh no,
don't
we
get me
talking
wrong.
about the
Every
first 3
team is an
games. They were
NBA team.
Yeah, but they ain't played really, Tone, after them first 3 games. They probably 500.
No, they went out west. They went out west. They got.
When they played with who?
They beat Golden State. And that was
but everybody beating up on. Yeah, but was that before Draymond was there?
No, Draymond only played.
So you can't count anything you play with Golden State and Draymond don't count.
I would say they beat the Lakers, but
that's like beating me, the 4 of us, and a throw in. Yeah, that ain't nothing.
And LeBron,
LeBron, that's exactly how it is.
Get his points.
Yeah, so I'm thinking Philly really Boston gotta be ahead. Cause we talking about week to week. Boston gotta be right. They gotta be one of the top 5 teams.
But if you're saying no, so we're not saying now. If you want to change the dynamic and say who's playing the best, then I would put
not playing the best. I'm talking about they're one of the, in my opinion, they're one of the top 5 teams in the NBA right now. That can change from week to week. What'd you say, Elliot?
Bishop, what should they be at, Bishop?
5.
I agree.
So you okay
5,
with 1?
maybe 4. Maybe 4. Maybe Miami to me, you got to give it to them because they top in the East. You got to give it to them. But ain't Miami number 1 in the East?
And even Memphis. Yeah, Miami number 1 in the East.
All right, so you got to give it to them for that reason. But for real, I don't think Miami is a better team than Boston. In my opinion. But I put them 5. But
here's the thing, though.
And Memphis.
The NBA is
an
82-game season. The NBA is an 82-game season. So you're going to have ebbs and flows. You're going to have, remember, LeBron took off almost half a season just so he could be healthy when the playoffs came. Like, these guys don't put in all the effort and everything. So when you're judging, you do have to judge what they're doing now, but then you look at their roster. I feel like top to bottom, like if you want to stack up who's the best player on Boston, who's the best player on Philly, Philly got 1. You say who's the second best on Boston, who's the second best on Philly. I still say James Harden is better than the second best over there. Even if you want to go to the third best, okay, who's the third best? You want to say Marcus Smart? Yo, I'll take Tobias Harris.
Maxey.
Tobias Harris is a good player. And then that boy Maxey, everybody's
Tobias
sleeping on
Harris
him,
sucks.
man. Huh?
Max is better than Harris, man. Don't even put
Yeah,
Tobias
yeah,
Harris in
man.
that
Y'all,
rotation.
Tobias. Okay, yeah, man. Y'all sleeping on
Stop,
Tobias
man.
Harris. Tobias Harris is not a bum.
I'm not sleeping.
Tobias Harris is a good player. He just
But
ain't
I
worth that
think
contract.
Celtics are a better team in the NBA right now to me than
Right
Philly.
now, they are
Right now.
playing better. They are
No.
playing better basketball, hands down. I think.
Let me ask you a question. In a
1-10
7-game series right now between Philly and the Celtics, who you got?
right now, Philly,
I'm taking Philly.
and it's
All right.
only because like you said, you have to have a superstar.
Okay, I
and then
agree.
you have to have a second guy that's almost a superstar. Well, just a year and a half ago, James Harden was considered a superstar. So theoretically,
Domain.
they should have two. You know what I mean? Two bona fide superstars. I think, 20 pounds ago, James Harden might have been a superstar. I think this one is just a star. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? But
But Embiid is a superstar.
What Joel
Superstar.
Embiid when
Oh,
when put in
100%.
positions,
He's a problem.
right?
He
And
is a
that's
problem.
all I'm saying. But here's
He's
the
a
thing:
problem.
would it surprise me? Would it surprise me if the Celtics beat them 4-1? No. But if you were asking me who I would pick, I think I would just lean toward the superstar, the best player.
I understand. I understand. I'm with you. I still think. I mean, your argument serves. You make a good argument to keep them number 5, but I still think the Celtics are a better team than Philly right now. But
Like honestly,
better than Memphis, too.
if in
They're better than
talking,
Memphis,
the
too.
only people I struggle with having Miami at 4 over them, and it was just because you said they have the record, they've been doing it. Now Miami is the ultimate team ball. They don't have the superstar that they play through. They just play the ultimate in team ball. So and their defense.
ship is Milwaukee and Phoenix. I'll give Phoenix a chance. I don't think Phoenix gonna win. I don't think
Hey,
they're
man,
as
listen.
good.
Hey,
But
Phoenix play Golden
Phoenix
State
will win the
ball
championship.
with that good defense, that ball movement, and everybody. Man, Phoenix, y'all don't realize how long Phoenix is, man.
Yeah,
They be
yeah.
putting them guards in there, and they just
do.
putting their arms up, man. They got 6'7" with long arms.
they
at
gotta
every
show.
position.
Man, they gotta show me, man. They gotta show me. I don't know. They're not a sexy
Phoenix
pick, but I agree. Phoenix and Milwaukee on that list are the only 2 teams that can win the championship. I don't think Memphis can win.
Now, if you tell me that Ben Simmons is healthy and Kyrie Irving can play, I can't put him in my top 5 because they ain't shown it. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
They can
you
win
can't
it.
put-
They can win it with Kyrie and Ben Simmons. They can win it with Kyrie and KD. But
Right, they can win it, but what I'm saying is you can't put them in the top 5.
No, you can't put them in the top 5.
They in
You
number
can't.
8.
No.
yeah, you can't put them in the top 5. And they playing the last, like you say, they've been playing good basketball, but they ain't top 5
You can't even put
basketball.
Golden State in there.
Right.
No,
I can't
Golden
put
State, yeah.
The reason why Golden State is out, remember they were in there last week. The reason why they out is because Curry's out.
Curry's
And,
out.
and right now they're saying they optimistic he'll be back for the playoffs. Yeah, but all them games, they got 12 games left. They might be the 6th seed by the time he come back.
Yeah.
Hey, they can win at the 6 though. They can win at
Yeah,
the 6.
bro. No, they can win the 6 if he come back healthy. If he limping around
He'll
and
be-
not Steph Curry,
He'll be back healthy, man. For to be out all them games, he'll give him 2 weeks. He'll be all right. He gonna be all right.
I hope so, man, because
He'll be all
I
right.
hate to see it go down
I
like
do
that.
too. He all right.
Because this got potential of being a phenomenal playoffs.
Oh my goodness, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's got
yes.
potential of being a phenomenal
You know how they was talking
playoff.
about this being the best NFL playoffs? I have a feeling that this could be like March Madness kind of best
Right.
NBA playoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. All right, fellas. Well, that's it, man. This was a good show again. We got here. We'll see what the Celtics look like next week. We know they still old, ain't they? And they tried to. And look, that's crazy too, because in the buyout market, they tried to get younger by getting some 30-year-olds.
That's what I'm saying. They gotta bring a 30-year-old and lower their team average age.
30, they got some 30-year-olds. Hey, but boy, we young now. Hey, they got some 30-year-olds over there. That's funny.
Sad, man.
Ah, man, that's crazy.
That's
All right,
sad,
guys.
man.
Next week, man, we appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you guys next Tuesday night, 9 o'clock.